Let's start out with this one. Power shaky head. The beauty to it is, if you know traditional shaky head fishing with that fairy wand, that scissy stick, there's no difference in the power jig head, power shaky head technique, except it's bigger and beefier and more badass, okay? And here it goes. Fixed hook, right? There's a lot of, let me mention too, there's a lot of good ones here on the market. And there's not a perfect one. There's not a perfect one, but this is the one that I love. This is the one that I use and designed for VMC. And if you look at it, you know, all we did with that thing is we took a traditional offset hook, right? That's your offset, extra wide gap hook, and we added a lead weight to the front of it, okay? There's a lot of other ones that use a little screw. There's ones that use that post, you know, you push it into a post. They're good too. They're all good. But in the power jig head technique, this deal, it's got a fixed hook, and this is going to have a bigger hook in it, 3 to 5/0. It's going to have a heavier weight. Here's my delineation rule on what you consider a power shaky versus spinning. It's not only the rod and the line, it's that weight. And to me, when you're from a 1/16 of an ounce to a 1/4 of an ounce, it's traditional shaky head fishing. And, you know, an 1/8 ounce, a 3/16 is what I throw mostly on a traditional shaky head. That's a lighter weight bait. You want a lighter rod, you want lighter line. But in this power jig head technique, we're talking about weights that are heavier than a 1/4. So I usually start at 5/16, 3/8, 1/2 ounce, and even these giants, 3/4 ounce. Look at that, 3/4 ounce. That's got a 5/0 on it. Bad to the bone. So bigger weights, heavier hooks, and again, best for target situations. This is the one that I'm going to select when there's an object in front of me, right? And it could be anything. Cover. Name some types of cover. You ready? Let's go. Name a piece of cover. Brush. Trees. Boat docks. Water. Water's not cover. Out of here. Lay down. Grass mats. Cypress tree. If you're from New Jersey like me, shopping cart. Juice jug. Dead body. Jimmy Hoffa. Anybody? Okay. Cover. Specific cover. When I get to a cover object, this power shaky head is the one that I'm going to select. Not the swinging, not the articulated. Next slide. Oh, go back for 1 second. And I wanted to talk real quick about the difference between a vertical and a horizontal situation, right? Vertical, I'm talking about when you're flipping something that's up and down, right? So that cypress tree sitting in 8 feet of water, and you flip to the base of that tree, and it's going to go straight down. It's a more vertical environment. And when I'm talking about horizontal, that's that slower playing field, right? That gradual drop of the bottom contour, okay? And this is actually good for both, but it's great for vertical and specific cover targets. Go ahead. Okay. We looked at the head a little bit, and I want to tell you the neat thing about a power shaky head versus a traditional shaky head. Traditional shaky head, when you're using that little tiny jig, you almost have to fish a little tiny worm, some kind of little tiny thin plastic to make it come alive. But the great thing about a power shaky head, look at that thing. The great thing about that, electrocuted you, is that because we've got that bigger hook and that bigger weight, our options on what to put on that, what I call the meat, our meat options are more. We could put more meat on there, right? On this guy, dude, all we could put is little slices of pepperoni. That's it. But on this deal, ham, steak, veal. And the information Bass University provides isn't your basic run-of-the-mill fishing video. This is specific information from A to Z to help you learn, get to the water, and become a better angler quickly.